So I've never stopped my morning routine. To this day, I noticed it make the biggest difference in my life. Mom set the tone for the day. Unfortunately, it's just like another thing that we carry with us. And if I don't fill myself up first, it's very hard to fill up my 4 kids. It's a lot. I mean, motherhood is a lot with 1 kid, forget 4. And so I was doing my morning routine. My husband's off, as a first responder during COVID, which is very chaotic. I'm homeschooling 4 kids and I'm nursing a newborn. And I'm doing my morning routine, and Hadley, my second daughter, walks down, sits next to me in this dark, beautiful setting with just a candle, and whispers in my ear, "Can you teach us how to have these special mornings?" And I'll tell you again, that chill went through my back. So I will tell anyone listening to just pay attention to those signs. It's like you feeling your purpose come alive. She said that, went through me, and I'm like, how have I not taught you the power of starting your day the right way? Like, I know this to be my game changer, my lifesaver, that tool that can really get you through anything, because life's going to throw so many curveballs. I mean, we're in one now with COVID. How have I not taught you how to set the tone? And I immediately hit the Google search bar. I'm like, give me a gratitude journal that has something powerful for the mind, like a mindset, little quick positive read. Give me something with gratitude. I want an I am statement, all the things that I had been doing, a challenge, and then I want whose day can you make better? I want that service mentality. I want it in 5 minutes. Give it to me. I got to Google 52, the search bar. I mean, I've been searching for an hour and it didn't exist. And that's when something inside me was like the entrepreneur, the growing up, all the things flashback, seeing my parents create from nothing. Something in me was like, you need to create this. And I have a feeling your family is not the only family that needs it.
So what was the journey like to bring a simple seed to life?
A lot.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things where, you're like, yeah, I'm going to write a book. This is a great idea. And you'll get halfway through it and be like, this is too much. Mm-hmm. This isn't worth it. This is taking too long. This is harder than I thought. And I'm going to go back and remind that if I didn't have that mindset training, if I didn't have the experiences growing up of watching my parents fail over and over and over again and keep persevering, if I didn't have my Providence College journey of walking onto a basketball team and doing all the work with not a lot of reward for a long time, if I didn't have all those things that built up to this moment, I don't think I would have finished the book. It's hard to write a book, but it's harder to have that dream and not write the book and live with that guilt and wonder and what if for the rest of my life. And that really got me through this journey because it took about 2 years. It was probably one of the hardest things I've done, perseverance-wise, of writing this book amongst so much chaos in my life. But it was one of the best journeys I've ever done.
So to tell people what the book looks like, on the left-hand side for each day is a quote and some guidance, and then just simple 3 slots to put 3 things you're grateful for. On the right-hand side, this is for each day, is an I am statement, and then a daily challenge, like do something kind, do something brave, keep God in your heart, morning giggles, so a little piece of humor, and who can I make smile today? And then a parent perspective, like a little takeaway. Would you mind reading this one out loud so I can just have your voice reading it?
So the first entry is live your life as though everything is rigged in your favor. Did you know that life is rigged in your favor? Did you know that sometimes bad things happen in order to set you up for something better? Did you know that life is always working for you? Life is going to be full of ups and downs, and both have meaning. Next time something happens that upsets you, hurts you, or lets you down, remind yourself that just maybe this is life's way of redirecting you to something better. Learn to trust life's plan. It will be full of twists and turns, but they're all here to make us better. If you can understand this, believe this, and live your life this way, your life will be oh so beautiful.
Let's talk about the benefits of gratitude. I love your social, physical, emotional benefits. And then I want to talk about what's going on with kids. So let's first talk about the benefits that you like. There's so many benefits. People always ask me when I'm doing television, like, what are the benefits of gratitude? I'm like, how much time do you have? So you tell me, what you are finding.
There's so many benefits. It's scientifically proven. It's been studied years and years and years and years. We know it helps your health. It helps your immune system. It actually physically helps your body. It helps your mood. It helps reduce stress, anxiety. It helps you sleep better, helps build empathy, make better decisions. But I'm going to say, I think the biggest perk of gratitude is that it is a perspective shift. I think it rewires your brain to scan for what's going right, as opposed to what our brain naturally will do is to scan for what's going wrong in the world. Wrong is all around us constantly, but so is right. And it just happens that your brain is attracted to the negativity. It's attracted to what's wrong. We're attracted to bad news. It's the reality of how our mind works. But when you can rewire that and shift it to see the good, it is such a beautiful lens. And that's what I think the biggest superpower of gratitude is, really changing the way in which you see the world.
Yeah. Kids are struggling. And
yeah.
I think COVID has a lot to do with it. I personally think it's more because of digital distractions.
Yep.
I think we have a real problem on our hands.
Yep.
Are you able to share any of the data around that? I saw a lot in what you would send over. There's such, or even just anecdotally,
Sure.
like what you're seeing.
I think it's a perfect storm of social media and phones at a young age, combined with COVID. They're growing up in a really difficult time. And I think they've lost a lot of the values that maybe a lot of us grew up with as kids of, having those opportunities to interact and socialize and look people in the eye. And when you made a phone call, you're like, hi, Mrs. Smith, can I speak to so-and-so? And feeling nervous to do that, but doing it anyhow. Like all those skills we probably took for granted and didn't know any different have really brought us very far, where kids don't have those opportunities as much anymore. And it hurts me to think about that for them. The stats are alarming today of kids and mental health issues. Suicide rates are up like they've never been before. Depression, anxiety, stress. I mean, you name it, it's up. And, there's this beautiful study from the University of Kentucky. I don't know if you've seen this one, but I think it was back from 2012. So it's an older study, but a powerful study. And they really focused on kids learning gratitude and practicing it versus kids who did not. And there was an enormous difference. The kids who practiced the work every single day, who wrote it down, who, really gave their mind the opportunity to understand it and feel it, because a lot of gratitude is, feeling it. They were happier, healthier, less stressed, made better decisions, and had more empathy. And they were able to quantify that, which is such an amazing thing. Whereas the kids who didn't were more likely to act out, more aggressive, more sad, more angry, which is, I believe, a lot is their perspective, the way in which they're seeing things around them. In my eyes, the whole concept of a simple seed is, why are we not teaching kids this at a young age? As adults, we spend so much time unlearning, right? The things that maybe we didn't learn, or what you said about your friends. We're starting at this age of like, why am I not learning this? And I don't want to have to be in a dark, deep place in order to learn it. Most people who do practice gratitude have really been through the trenches, right? Where they see things differently. And so the concept of teaching these kids at a young age is planting the seed to give them those strong roots to have these tools that we all know are proven to help you be happier, healthier, and less stressed, which at the end of the day, isn't that what all of us parents want for our kids? Oh, we all share that common bond. We're all crazy busy and we all want the best for our kid. Okay, well, what are we doing about it? What does that look like? How are you teaching that? How are you planting the seed?
There's this phrase, religion is for people who are scared of going to hell. Spirituality is for people who have already been there.
That's so good. Yeah.
And another version of that is what Dr. Marty Seligman came to believe, which was, oh my God, we have been in the American Psychological Association so focused on mental health disorders.
Sure.
All we ever talked about is psychosis and schizophrenia and depression. We never focused on positive psychology.
No.
He was the first person, this was in the 90s, to focus on, well, maybe what if we were proactive? Maybe we didn't wait till the person became an alcoholic or had a suicide attempt.
Yes.
What if we just tried to focus on ways to augment positive psychology or employ positive psychology, which is what you're doing. So tell me about your 50/50 National School Gratitude Challenge.
Super excited about this challenge. It's going to kick off in September. We have found an amazing sponsor, the Corey Griffin Foundation outside of Boston. They're just so incredible. They're sponsoring this project. And what we did is we put out into the world, we need 50 schools, one school from every single state who wants to be part of the Simple Seed, family, who wants to really focus on gratitude and growth in the schools. We were overwhelmed with submissions. It was such an amazing thing to see of how many schools want to incorporate this in their morning meeting, morning routine of starting the day right, which we know helps improve cognitive function. We were able to pick one school from every state that got chosen. They're going to be participating. Every teacher in the school gets a journal for free, and they get to implement it to their classroom however they want. We're in the process of going through connecting all the schools, giving them the tools that they need, and really teaching them the benefits of what happens when you start your day with the right mindset, with a grateful heart, with that mentality of teaching kids to go out and be a little more intentional and spread kindness. Kindness doesn't just happen. Kindness takes courage and kindness takes intention. And I think we just think I want my kids to be kind. Okay, great. So how are you setting the stage for that? What are you telling them or encouraging them to go out and be kind? Because it doesn't just happen. Growth doesn't just happen. Gratitude doesn't just happen. You have to be proactive. You have to plant the seed and help your kids go into the day with this mindset and intention. And that's how it happens. And building those habits at a young age, which I think is the biggest gift we can give them.
100% the biggest gift we can give them.